Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you my Black Widow premium format statue that I customized into the 80s version of Black Widow in her gray outfit. Now I have a video that I did of tearing the cloth off of the premium format statue. I'll link that in the video. And I just ran with this and had a lot of fun. I wish I had a Captain America and Wolverine statue that I could put next to her, which would be kind of cool, like that old X-Men cover with the three of them on it from Jim Lee. But you know, this is the kind of Black Widow I grew up with, that I remember growing up with at least, and I kind of like this version a lot. So we'll kind of go over exactly what I did. I have a Bowen Designs Spider-Man base. I forget which one. I got it from somebody a while back, and it was the one that was pretty high. So I chopped off the insides, and I brought it down, and I used that so she's like on top of a rooftop, which is kind of cool. I figured this version of Black Widow would probably be in the city or something on the rooftop than compared to the one she came with the snow base. So what I did was I chopped it, I put it down, I brought out the colors a lot more. I figured in the inside, you know, if she's sitting on the roof, some roofs have like rocks and pebbles on the roof, so I figured, you know, that's what would be kind of cool for that inside of that. And she did come with boots, and in the beginning I figured let me give her the boots, but then I looked at a lot of the old pictures of Black Widow and I figured, you know, she didn't have boots, so I figured I chopped them off. So each leg, the boot, was glued into the leg. So when you chop off the boot, you have a gap of a key. So I had to be careful. So what I did was, you know, I threw a little extra pin in there, and then I seamed it all up with the Magic Sculpt, you know, to really make it hard and secured. And then I took Aves and I brought it around. So I gave it that one-piece outfit look with, you know, at least with the boots. It kind of worked out pretty good. A little bit realistic, you know, with the one piece. And then I added all the wrinkles around, you know, underneath the butt, the back, and all that stuff. And then we'll get in a little bit closer and I'll explain what I had to do with the rib cage and everything. But came out pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And it was just one of these projects where, as I'm working on it, everything just worked out great. And it went faster than expected. I do a lot of projects at night. So when I was working on this, you know, and I'm working on other stuff, and then this it just worked. Everything I did just kept working, going fluid, and I had no problems with it. So, getting a little bit closer, and we'll explain what we did here. So, if you saw in the other video, when you take off the cloth, her rib cage and arms are like kind of chopped out. So when you have that cloth and you tuck it underneath an area, the problem is when you tuck it, it bunches up. So you have to chop out the sculpt to give it room. So that's why Sideshow did that. So when you take that cloth off, you lose the rib cage, you lose the you know, meat of the arm. But I understand why you had to do that. So, and they also kind of did it with the crotch a little bit. I think I had to build out the, you know, crotch area just a little bit, not too much. But then I added the wrinkles and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, so basically, you know, just had to build out, you know, rib cage back in there, and then even the arm in here was kind of chopped out, so I had to build in there and everything. But once all that was like the hardest filling in area, and it worked out pretty good. As I was working on stuff and I had extra A's, I would just fill it in. But the cool thing about this is I actually utilized the zipper that came with the premium format. When I took off the cloth and I had the zipper, you know, I was like, you know, I don't really want to sculpt the zipper. It's kind of, you know, really difficult. But then I was like, you know, let's see if I can actually utilize it. So once I sculpted out the tautness of the outfit, now you can't do this for production because there's no way you can have such gaps like that, you know, as a statue and run off 1,000 of them without issues. Plus to paint them, you can't do it. So since this is a customized, you can make it taunt and make it look really, you know, like that. So I took the zipper and I cut off the bottom half of it and I glued it on here, and then I took Aves and I built around that zipper, and then I glued the zipper around here, and then I took Aves and I seamed it up there so you got the edge of the zipper. I even put the little piece there too, which came out pretty cool. So it worked out a little bit better than expected, and it was a lot of fun. For the collar, I had Magic Sculpt. And Magic Sculpt is very hard once it dries. It's a little bit tougher than Aves. So what I did is I rolled it out, cut it, and then I kind of put it around her neck, and I kind of bent it, let it sit. And then once that was dried, I sanded it down, and I filled it all in with Aves, and it worked out pretty good. I think I built out her cleavage a little bit more. Kind of forget. I think I had to do a little bit of tweaking, but it was, I don't remember what I did, but it wasn't anything major. It was pretty good the way it was. So the outfit is all painted up in a nice light gray. I added some shading gray for shadows. I think in the light you'll see some reflections, so there's kind of an interference blue. I figured, you know, it's kind of like a, you know, a silky special type of outfit for her, so it's not just straight up gray. Add a little bit of, you know, fun to it, so you get a little bit of reflection. Now the head and the hair, that was a lot of fun. When you chop off, well, actually I didn't chop it off, I snapped it off. Her hair that she came with, her head is kind of like cut there, and there's no back of the head. So what I had to do is fill that in. So I filled that in with extra A's, you know, at night, and I got the basic skull and the shape of the head going. Once that was done, I sculpted this hair from scratch. Now I wanted to follow her 80s look on some of the comics where she's got that flowing hair and it's short, so I kind of figured she's up on a roof, it's flowing over to one side, and it was kind of fun. And I'm always practicing with the hair, because even though hair is really hard to sculpt, I had a lot of fun with this one, and it just kind of worked out better than expected. Now I use A's Fix-It sculpt. They have A's, you know, A's regular sculpt, but there's stuff called Fix-It, and Fix-It is kind of like a more of a premium sculpt, I guess, but it doesn't sag like regular A's does, so I use that a lot for something like this. You know, what I would do is I would let it sit, and then I would build out the hair there and hair there, just kind of like the flat, and then once that sits overnight, I would actually come back and then I start sculpting in all the, you know, texture of the hair and the strands. So that worked out pretty good. I was actually having a lot of fun with that, so you can see. And then I painted it up in a nice, you know, orangey red with a little hint of pearl, mahogany, just to follow the comic book a little bit more, where she's got that orangey hair. I know in comic books now it's all, you know, it's always different colors from the ages, but I try to capture that 80s look as much as possible. So she's painted in Garage Kit colors, flesh tones. I really love their flesh tones, and it worked out pretty good. And the face, you know, I'm always trying new things, and I always want to get better with the eyeshadow type stuff, so I gave her a nice, you know, decent eyeshadow with blue eyes. Now I looked online, I went into the stats, she's got blue eyes, so that's what I followed. I know, you know, I think it was the Sideshow one's got kind of more of a brownish eyes, I don't know, but I don't know, I just followed online and just saw what she was. And then nice red lips, gave her some blush. Had to build out the back of the ear though, just like the back of the ear kind of like there was kind of like missing, so I just had to build out those. I just love the head sculpt, it's really great. And I just had a lot of fun with it. So that is Black Widow in her 80s outfit. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully one day we'll see whoever gets to own this piece puts it up on their shelf next to a Wolverine and Captain America. That would be a really cool display. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.